So, as we all know, X-Men Origins Wolverine was pretty bad. Although I did enjoy it, but it was a pretty bad movie. So, ha! And when we heard that this film was taking place after the events of this little beauty, X-Men 3, I was getting a wee bit worried, and you know, this film is a lot of piece of rubbish. And obviously there was a lot of trouble during the production of this, trying to get this film out, and I am happy that all the trouble kind of paid off, because this film totally rocked. Now, the thing I like about the film for its kind of story purposes is they kind of stayed kind of true to the comic book lore of Wolverine. When Wolverine went to Japan, you know, he did lose his healing ability, and that I feel was really cool, because as they kind of say, what happens when you take a power away from someone, they become more dangerous. And I really like the fact that they did that, and that it really shows throughout this whole film. The story might have like dipped a couple of scenes and got maybe a wee bit boring there and there, but the overall story for a comic book movie was pretty good. Now let's talk about the main person that we want to talk about. Japan. Yes, Japan. Now, I've got to stress this out, right? Whenever they do this whole, like, they go to, if it's not like America or Britain, they go somewhere else, like say, for instance, they go to like Germany, they go to France, they go to Spain. All of a sudden, everyone is still speaking English, right? They all speak English. They don't speak in the language or the native language that they should. This kind of ruins a lot of films, in my opinion, because, for instance, Girl with Dragon Tattoo, the American one, you know, it's still set in kind of like in Sweden and all what, but they're all speaking proper English, and you know, they're trying to do that kind of Swedish accent. And while that film is really, really good, I totally love it, it is a bit annoying that they don't at least try to speak the native language that they should be speaking. But thankfully though, they still speak their native language in Japan, and that is what I really, really, really love. Obviously they have to speak English, of course, but what's quite good is sometimes they will speak Japanese when Wolverine's there, or when Wolverine isn't there. So that was pretty damn awesome. Next thing of the awesomeness though, however, is Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. This guy is just amazing. This is the Wolverine we've been waiting for ever since X-Men 2. I really, really dug his performance. He was really cool, really dangerous, and you know, obviously the years, you know, he still looks the same since the first X-Men movie, but he's got maybe a couple of wrinkles there and there, so we don't know how long he can actually play this character. But as long as he's still raving and looking good in shape, I am all down for him playing still as Wolverine. And obviously all the other support cast were pretty cool, even the new love life for Wolverine. I say that because this is because she is truly Wolverine's sort of love throughout the whole sort of film. And I'm not going to spoil anything to you, like there's deep comic lore with that, and I'm not really all that sure myself, but it was pretty cool how they presented her and made her really such an importance throughout the whole film. Obviously the red haired chick with the sword that you see in the trailers, she was pretty damn awesome, but she didn't really do much. She has her scenes there and there, but she doesn't really sort of do much throughout the whole film. That's because it's not all about her, it's about Wolverine though, however. And then the last point I'm going to say, the villains. Viper was pretty badass. Obviously really very sinister and that, and she really did play a proper villain. And obviously, and then there's the Silver Samurai, which I thought was pretty cool in how they did it. I thought that was interesting, that how they did it, and I think that was totally awesome. My only kind of criticism I kind of have about it is, like I said about in the story, is sometimes it does dip there and there, and it does get quite a bit boring. There's other couple of scenes that I also get maybe kind of a bit annoyed at. I'm not going to go into it because it is kind of a spoiler and I'd rather have you see it, but there's not really much there to spoil. But however, you should stay during the mid-credits because you get something little extra bonusy, like all kind of what Marvel films do these days. However, I I didn't stay through the whole entire credits because my bladder was really needing some release time. So I will probably be seeing this again. I think a couple of mates want to go and see it. So if I do see anything after the main credits, I will let you know with an annotation, with cover the whole screen. So I'll like that, just cover it right now for a few seconds. And I'm going to put that away now. So yeah, I'll let you guys know what's in it. But if any of you know, like, let me know, because I want to know, really, I do really want to know. Now it's time for movie rating time, and this gets the highest of my ratings. It's a see it and own it kind of film. I completely enjoyed it, I love it, I'm going to see this again, and I will buy it on Blu-ray. It's one of really good. I don't know whether or not if it's the best comic book movie I've seen this year. Man of Steel for me was still pretty good. This was, however, much better than freaking Iron Man freaking 3. And yeah, so if you guys probably want to, you know, I don't know, comment on this page, like it, favourite it, or even subscribe to me, feel free. I enjoy all kind of comments, even the negative ones, and I will see you all later.